Hey guys, this is Scott from Code 4 Performance. It's been a little while since I posted a video. Apologize about that. It's been a long, cold, snowy winter here in northern Utah. Hasn't been any riding. I am out here in some lower elevation, not far from my house in northern Utah, doing some suspension testing on my 23 300 XC. Got this bike over the winter and put many of the goodies on it we'll briefly talk about here in this video. But I wanted to really talk about the suspension. I know there's a lot of first ride impression videos out there on this new chassis, and everybody has their own opinion, own impressions on the bike. I will tell you that I thought the suspension was too stiff for my style of riding, which is mostly trail riding on this bike, some desert riding. I'm going to do an enduro race on it here in a couple weeks, and the suspension was just too stiff from KTM. I went with Factory Suspension Works in Montrose, Colorado. The owner's name is Greg. Look him up on the internet. He does fantastic work. I've had him do suspensions on other bikes for me. He also did the suspension on my Tour of Idaho bike for last year's Tour of Idaho ride that I did. Can't say anything bad about his work. The thing I like about his suspension is just very versatile. He can help you with settings for if you can be doing some faster desert type riding or faster trail riding, or if you really want to soften it up for gnarly trail riding, hard enduros. Greg is your man. Look him up. I'm very pleased with the suspension. Well, about 10 miles I put on it so far today. Night and day difference. So let's just get into the bike here. Tried to make this video pretty short, but gearing, I've left the gearing on the bike stock at this point. Don't plan on changing that. There's no reason to. It's perfect for what I intend to do with the bike. Tubeless front and rear. I generally run tubeless in all of my bikes, excuse me. I've got the BRP chain guide on the back. AXP skid plate. Very happy with the skid plates from AXP. They fit well, offer a lot of protection. It's got the linkage protection on the back. I've also got the Bulletproof Designs clevis guard on the bottom of the shock. Over on this side, the Bulletproof Designs caliper and rear disc guard on there. I've got the Bulletproof axle blocks as well, and the STR cooler back here on the caliper. FMF turbine core 2.1 silencer with the spark arrestor. I run these on almost all of my two-strokes. Not that I could ever find any examples of a two-stroke starting a fire, but a lot of your sanctioned events, you have to have a spark arrestor, particularly if you're riding on Forest Service property. It's just a good idea. Plus, it's very quiet. I don't like loud bikes. Seat concept, standard height, comfort seat. This was the entire replacement. I love seat concept seats. Very comfortable, very durable. Let's see, there's a look at the shock with FSW's sticker on there with some settings. I've got the Trail Tech fan on it. E-line carbon fiber pipe guard. Let's see. That's pretty much it on this side. Enduro Engineering hand guards with the G-rip bar ends. These are the 1/4 inch bar ends. I believe they're the shorter ones. STR speed bleeders on the forks. Tugger strap for the front. I haven't been able to figure out how to make a strap really work well on the back of the bike. I'll have to play with that a little bit more. Dingo fork guards, upper fork guards I should say. Bulletproof Designs radiator guards. Coming around on this side of the bike. Got a couple more bulletproof goodies. I've got the power valve guard and their throttle body slash fuel injector guard. The Enduro Engineering wire guard. In order to make that wire guard work with the Bulletproof's power valve cover, you do have to radius this corner of the guard, the bulletproof guard, out a little bit to make that fit. I've got the stainless steel foot peg pins, still running the stock foot pegs. I really like those pegs. They're a little bit wider, very smooth on the bottom. I don't think I'll even change the foot pegs. Couple things I am going to do to the bike is I've got the new Cherubi's, I think it's a 2.9 gallon gas tank sitting in the garage. I haven't even put it on yet, mostly because once I pull the tank off and they're available, I do intend on putting the Samco silicone radiator hoses on this bike. I think they're an excellent upgrade. They look good, they fit really well, and I figured I'd just do all that at once the Samco hoses are available. I don't have a steering dampener on this bike. I run them on a lot of my bikes, and I want to put one on this one, although the chassis does feel very planted. They're just, the tower mount, the bolt-on tower mount is not available yet. Scott's or BRP, whoever makes it for them, has not released the bolt-on tower mount. So maybe when that comes out, I'll put a steering dampener on it. But until then, I'm actually really happy with the chassis and the handling, especially with the suspension revalved from Factory Suspension Works. Can't say enough good about him. Look Greg up, excellent guy. Great customer service, he'll answer his phone. But yeah, that's the bike, guys. So far, so good. I love it. Get out and ride.